I feel like it's been forever since we've done a video.
For the first time in forever.
So, okay, we went on vacation in September.
Yay! It was so much fun.
So, since then, we've had 2 ear infections for Samuel.
In a month's time.
Tim had bronchitis.
Yeah.
Gabby was very sick too.
I forget what it was, but it was something. I was on antibiotics. Something.
Yeah, like respiratory.
Upper respiratory viral infection.
So after we were full of cooties.
Yes.
Afterwards, and so we were very, very busy with all of that. So that's why we've had some other things. Finish out our March trip. So I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yes.
But now we're ready to talk about it. We're ready to talk about our big vacation. So hopefully you guys saw some. We didn't really get to put a bunch of pictures and stuff on social media like we really wanted to.
But it was because, and here's a good key, enjoy your vacation. Enjoy the moment. And that's what I think, it was my youngest's first time. It was the first time we've been as a family in a couple of years, like all of us together. And so we just really wanted to enjoy it. The kids are at the prime age where they just are, bright-eyed about everything. So that was a big part of why we didn't, is because we wanted to just be in the moment.
Yeah.
Also, a little overwhelming.
It was. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that and talk about we're going to do this in like a 3-part kind of deal.
Yeah.
We're hoping, but we've got a lot to say. Just say it.
But wait, as we're recapping this vacation, we have a countdown. Do you know what our countdown is?
I think our countdown is 361.
Well, it's debatable. We might have different countdowns.
Oh, we do have different countdowns.
Because she's going land and sea, and we're just doing land.
But we'll talk about that another time.
366 days. Woohoo! Okay, sorry.
So that's why we have to recap this.
Yes.
So
we learn and plan for the next time.
Exactly.
Yes.
So so our 3 parts are going to be, first off, today we're going to talk about our recap of staying on property.
Yes.
Okay, so as you guys know, if you've seen the videos before, Mandi, Chris, their kids, mom and dad never stayed on property.
Never.
So they went and stayed on property for the first time. They also did the dining plan for the very first time ever. So let me just start off with this. I felt so much pressure. Like if they hated this, it was all on me because I convinced them to go. I was like, if it's bad, it wasn't on Disney, of course. It was on me because I was the one.
Because she pumped it up. Now, there were a few restaurants, we'll get to those, that she was like, oh my gosh, it's so nice.
We'll see.
I did not lick any salad bowls.
Well, but it was the experience that happened, that's why. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. So we're going to talk about checking in and doing our resort.
Yes.
And that's going to be today. Secondly, we're going to talk about the park experience.
Yeah, each park, how we did during the day, what we would suggest you don't do, what you should do.
There were special things and crazy stuff that happened. So,
yes.
Which I feel like happens every time.
It's adventures.
And then the third thing we're going to talk about is the dining plan.
Yeah.
So the first time doing the dining plan. So it's a lot of first. So Mandi's really going to share a lot of how she felt about some of these things. Maybe we'll even get mom and dad on video talking about it.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
And just do an interview with them. That'd be super cool.
That would be really funny too. Like you really get a look into our lives.
And it depends on how tired they were.
Yeah.
What their answers would be.
We just like springing on them.
That'd be awesome. Sunday afternoon. Okay, so first off, we stayed at
Caribbean Beach Resort, and we did know ahead of time that there was going to be construction.
And
when we booked.
And we did not book to get the...
and we didn't get the $75.
We didn't get the cards, the Disney cards.
Yeah.
We had booked about a week after they...
I know, that's a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well. So we checked in. So all of us drove down, and the only people that flew was our dad.
Yes.
So he flew down. He actually got there probably about
a day later than we did.
Not a day. He flew down the day that we got there.
Oh, yeah.
But he got there about 4 hours. So he missed the first night reservation that we had.
Yeah, he missed our first dinner.
But so we all checked in. So we went immediately. We checked in. And part of the reason why we checked in is because we wanted to make sure that they experienced everything that they wanted to experience.
Yes.
Having it all.
I didn't want to miss out on any possible Disney magic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we checked in, and of course, it's a beautiful resort.
Yes.
The what's it? Custom house?
Yeah, Custom house.
Was great. We got up in line. We met a lady that...
She was, I don't remember her name. She was really nice, very informative.
Yeah.
She was a little older, so she was real sweet.
Yeah.
Not that sweet.
Because young people are ugly, apparently.
I mean, millennials.
Anyhow, so a little bit of magic that we had happen there is while we were in line, I think Chris was with your kids in the car still.
Because
they were
16 hours of the no.
So my kids, though, because they're a little older, Tim brought them in. We knew we needed to get the cups.
Yeah.
You know, they're old enough, Libby especially, to where she needs to pick out her stuff. And, you know, it's part of her experience of going. So they all did that. Mom was a little overwhelmed, I think.
She was. I think she didn't know what to expect.
She didn't know what to expect, which is an issue with us and women in our family.
Yeah, if we don't know what to expect, we don't handle situations.
No, we go over the top.
A little bit.
So as we were standing there, though, there was a family that was leaving, apparently, and we were standing there checking in, me and Mandy and Mom, part of it, and I look over, and Gabby's got a Mickey balloon, and I'm going...
A pink Mickey balloon. It was so cute.
What in the world? How did she even get this? And a family was leaving, going on the Magical Express, and they're like, we don't want to take it with us. Here, little cute girl, do you want this?
Aww.
And so we were able to keep that in our room the whole week, and so that was just a great start to the day, or the week.
And that was nice.
So when we checked in, though, we had they had my room ready. They had my mom and dad's room ready. Now all of us had booked to where we were all staying together.
But three different reservations.
3 different reservations. We needed ground floor because they don't have elevators at Caribbean Beach. And so we had to do ground floor because our mother has to use a scooter while we're on vacation. She can walk normally at home mostly.
But
not massively. She has some disabilities to where she can't. My husband has some disabilities to where climbing stairs, he injured his knees in the military. So it's just really difficult for him. And with little kids, we knew ground floor. So because of our mother's disability and my husband's, they had scheduled us, I had asked for a handicap room. So our rooms were very, very different.
We had 3 rooms. They were all 3 together. But they were all 3 very different rooms.
Completely.
And which is really funny because Mom and Dad needed the actual handicapped one. We somehow ended up with that one.
We did too. Ours was handicapped too.
Was it?
Yes.
Not completely.
It was. The shower was just a shower and it had a handicap chair.
Oh, well ours was, I guess they were all differently then. Mom and Dad's were not at all. And they were
Did you have a bathtub?
We had a bathtub. But it had handles and it had like the safety thingies. I don't know.
But Mom and Dad did not.
At check-in, our room wasn't ready.
No.
So all 3 rooms, and they
and
said
this was like at
this was
1.
Yeah, so not like hey, we're here at 7 a.m. Give us a room.
Yeah.
And so we knew we had reservations at Cinderella's World Table.
1900 Park Fair.
1900 Park Fair. So we had, they were like, we'll text you when it's ready. Now keep in mind, we had to go back to the room, get freshened up, get changed. Chris really wanted to take a shower and just change his clothes because we've been driving for 16 to 18 hours.
And he was stuck in the middle of the kids sometimes.
Sometimes he was stuck in the backseat. He was gross and he just wanted to refresh. But our room wasn't ready. So we took all of our luggage into Mom and Dad's room. So all of our luggage and our kids. And then of course the strollers show up. So then the strollers, our luggage, the kids, and then everybody's going crazy. Sammy, he wants to crawl and he wants to go places. But the hotel rooms aren't kid-friendly, they're not just set up to throw a toddler and say, hey, crawl around, eat whatever you want. So it was kind of frustrating, but hey, I understand, it's not ready. So it should be ready by 3, we'll text you. No text at all. So we're getting closer time to the reservations.
Our reservations were at 4.
At 4.
So we had to be at the Grand Floridian at 3:30.
Yeah, so we're like, hey, we have these reservations, is it going to be ready? What's the deal? They're like, oh, we're so sorry. You should have gotten a call. We'll come down, get your information, whatever. Or fix it. Never got anything. So we were at the Grand Floridian. At this point, Chris just got ready in Mom and Dad's room. And we just, held the chaos for the kids, tried to get them all dressed.
Before there was mousekeeping that was going up and down, and they were preparing the room. We saw them in the room.
Like
I think Tim even talked to him about saying, oh, this is the room that they're going to get. And she's like, well, it's ready. And
yeah, but we couldn't obviously just take it.
Yeah.
We were after dinner. I think we called, or no, I hadn't gotten any emails, any texts, any calls from them. So after dinner, which was an awesome experience, whole another story, we went to the concierge desk at the Grand Floridian. Yes, we weren't staying there, but they're still helpful to be able to call around and find out. And so they called over there, talked to somebody. That person called me, and they were like, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Your room is ready, I think. Or no, you should find out. And basically, I ended up, within like 30 minutes, got a text saying our room was ready. Awesome, right? So we get back to the hotel. We are beat. Like, this was our first dinner. It was super overwhelming, super fun, but overwhelming. We've just driven for 2 days. We just want to get in our room because the next day is a park day. And the next day was the Halloween party, right? Yeah, or Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, Hollywood Studios, yeah.
So it was like gonna be a really big day and a really long day. Like, I knew we were gonna be up from like 6 a.m. and probably not getting home till 1 or 2. So I was like, all right, I know that we need to get home. I know we need the kids a bath, set everything out, get everything ready in our room. So we get there, right? Our room is ready, right? Stupid does not, they're not stupid. It didn't even open. Our magic bands wouldn't open the doors. So I was like, are you kidding me? So we're exhausted. I'm just beyond frustrated at this point. We were kind though. We were always kind to the people.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised at this point that we were as kind as we were. And so we finally call down. They send somebody down to our room. They're trying out everything. Apparently there was something wrong with the magic bands. Not ours, but just their system.
Yeah.
So it was really frustrating. It ended up working out. They ended up giving us an actual key. My magic band ended up working. Chris's never did. And they gave him like a hard key. I'm like, I don't have to worry about a hard key. Like, that's the whole point of the magic bands. And it was really frustrating. So our first impression, I was like, oh man.
So our room, on the other hand, was absolutely perfect. We got a room with a Murphy bed. Libby was able to lay in it. Everything seemed wonderful. We had a nice big bathroom. Our room the entire time was pretty much amazing. Now, mousekeeping did a great job. They kept us supplied. They came and cleaned stuff up. We left them a little thing every night. I mean, it was great. Mom and Dad's room was good.
They opted out of mousekeeping.
They opted out
a couple of nights, most of the nights.
But just because
they don't, yeah.
They don't have kids, so it doesn't tear up and they don't use as much stuff. But again, she was supposed to have the handicap shower, and she didn't. She had a regular one. So that was kind of difficult, but it is what it is.
Working for them.
It worked out for them. They were fine, except for the baby that was next door, not our kid, but they had real noisy kids next to them. But then when Mandi and Chris finally got in their room,
so we get into our room.